सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरस्तश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणः परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः समस्त गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवद् दर्शन भागवत दर्शन अनुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च सनातन धर्म भक्ति साधक सेवकानां विघ्न निवारण शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा शक्ति संपदा साधना वाप्ति द्वारा निर्विघ्न दिग्विजय शीघ्रता प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशम स्कंधस्य पारायणं द्वादश स्कंधस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं फ्रेंड्स will chant 35th chapter. It is called as Venu Geeti. In this Venu Geetam, Gopikas, when Krishna has gone for grazing cows along with all his friends till he comes in the evening, they were in the Viraha, Dukkha. At that time, they sing the glory of the Venu Geeta of Krishna. In that, what they beautifully describe is how when Bhagavan plays the Venu or the flute, everything in the nature, the clouds, the rivers, the mountains, the trees, plants, the animals, all of them become Paravasha. That beautiful thing is sung by them. That's called Venu Geetam. In fact, it should be elaborately studied. We have already done it, lack of time. We only just make a chanting, one or two things, whatever are there, we will try to see. Enjoy the chanting as every day we do. This itself is a sadhana for the beginners, you and I, who just started this spiritual journey. More and more chantings we do, we request the Lord to bless us with the Samskrita Bhasha Jnanam. With that, we will be able to understand the literal meaning of these mantras. We beg the Lord to give us beautiful heart to feel the bhakti prema felt by Gopikas. We will request the Lord to give us such a sharp, subtle, beautiful intellect that we are able to see the divine playing through all this world. This when we truly, sincerely pray day in and day out and do our best also from our side, all that glorious experiences of Bhakti Jnanam will come to us also. Let us start. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana Mahashastram Parayanam Dashamaskandha Purvardha Atha Panchatrimshodhyayah. Shri Shuka Uvacha गोप्यः कृष्णे वनं याते तम अनुद्रुत चेतसः कृष्णलीलाः प्रगायन्त्यः निन्युर्दुःखेन वासरान् गोप्यौचुः वामबाहुकृतवामकपोलः वल्गितभ्रुरधरार्पितवेणुं कोमलाङ्गुलिभिराश्रितमार्गं गोप्य ईरयति यत्र मुकुन्दः व्योमयानवनिताः सह सिद्धैः विस्मितास्ततुपधार्य सलज्जाः काममार्गणसमर्पितचित्ताः कश्मलं ययुरपस्मृतनिव्यः हन्तचित्रमबलाः शृणुतेदं हारहासौरसि स्थितविद्युत नन्दसूनुरयमार्तजनानां नर्मदो यर्हि कूजितवेणुः बृन्दशोव्रजवृषा मृगगावः वेणुवाद्यहृतचेतस आरात् दन्तदष्टकबलाधृतकर्णाः निद्रिता लिखितचित्रमिवासन् बर्हिणस्तव कधातुपलाशैः बद्धमल्लपरिबर्हविडम्बः करहि चित्सबल आलिसगोपैः गासमाह्वयति यत्र मुकुन्दः तर्हि भग्नगतयः सरितो वै तत्पदाम्बुजरजो निलनीतं स्पृहयतीर्वयमिवावः पुण्याः प्रेमभेविनभुजास्तिमितापः अनुचरैः समनुवर्णितवीर्यः आदिपूरुष इवाचलभूतिः वनचरो गिरितटेषु चरन्तीः वेणुनाह्वयति गासदया हीं वनलतास्तरव आत्मनि विष्णुं व्यञ्जयन्त्य इव पुष्पफलाढ्याः प्रणतभारविटपामधुधाराः प्रेमहृष्टतनवः ससृजुः स्म दर्शनीयतिलको दिव्यगन्धतुलसी मधुमत्तैः अलिकुलैरलघुगीतमभीष्टम् आद्रियन्यर्हि सन्धितवेणोः सरसि सारसहंसविहङ्गाः चारुगीतहृतचेतस एत्या हरिमुपासत ते यतचित्ताः हन्तमीलितदृशो धृतमौनाः सह बलः स्रगवतं सविलासः सानुषुक्षितिभृतो व्रजदेव्यः हर्षयन्यर्हि वेणुरवेण जातहर्ष उपरम्भति विश्वं महदतिक्रमणशङ्कितचेताः मन्दमन्दमनुगर्जति मेघः सुहृदमभ्यवर्षत् सुमनोभिः छायया च विदधत् प्रतपत्रं विविधगोपचरणेषु विदग्धः वेणुवाद्य उरुधा निजशिक्षाः तव सुत सति यदा धरबिम्बे दत्तवेणुरनयत् स्वरजातीः शवनशस्तदुपधार्य सुरेशाः शक्रशर्वपरमेष्ठिपुरोगाः कवय आनतकन्धरचित्ताः कश्मलं ययुरनिश्चिततत्त्वाः निजपदाब्जदलैर्ध्वजवज्र नीरजाङ्कुशविचित्रललामैः व्रजभुवः शमयन् कुरतोदं वर्ष्मधुर्यगतिरीडितवेणोः व्रजति तेन वयं सविलास वीक्षणार्पितमनो भववेगाः कुजगतिं गमिता न विदामः कश्मलेन कबरं वसनं वा मणिधरः क्वचिदागणयन्गाः मालया दयितगन्धतुलस्याः प्रणयिनोऽनुचरस्य कदांसे प्रक्षिपन् भुजमगायत यत्र क्वणितवेणुरववञ्चितचित्ताः कृष्णमन्वसत कृष्णगृहिण्यः गुणगणार्णमनुगत्य हरिण्यः गोपिका इव विमुक्तगृहाशाः कुन्दधामकृतकौतुकवेशः गोपगोधनवृतो यमुनायां नन्दसूनुरनकेतववत्सः नर्मदः प्रणयिनां विजहार मन्दवायुरुपवात्यनुकूलं मानयन्मलयजस्पर्शेन वन्दिनस्तमुपदेवगणाये वाद्यगीतबलिभिः परिवव्रुः वत्सलो व्रजगवां यदगध्रः वन्द्यमानचरणः पथिवृद्धैः कृत्स्नगोधनमुपोह्य दिनान्ते गीतवेणुरनुगेडितकीर्तिः उत्सवं श्रमरुचापि दृशीनाम उन्नयन् कुररजश्चुरितस्रग दित्सयैति सुहृदाशिष एषः देवकी जठरभूरुडुराजः मदविघूर्णितलोचन ईशन् मानदः ससुहृदां वनमाली वदरपाण्डुवदनो मृदुगण्डं मण्डयन् कनककुण्डललक्ष्म्या यदुपतिर्द्विरदराजविहारः यामिनीः पतिरिवैशदिनां ते मुदितवक्त्र उपयाति दुरन्तं मोचयन् व्रजगवां दिनतापम् श्रीशुक उवाच एवं व्रजस्त्रियो राजन् कृष्णलीलानुगायतीः रेमिरे हस्तुतचित्ताः तन्मनस्का महोदयाः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे वृन्दावनक्रीडायां गोपिकायुगलगीतन्नाम पञ्चत्रिंशोऽध्यायः। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It is called Gopika Yugala Geetam as well as Venu Geetam. So in one shloka, the beauty of Bhagavan Krishna's Venu Ganam is made to be heard or said. Second shloka, the effect of it, the influence of it around the world, it is shown. In that way, Yugala Geetam, two shlokas are one set in this entire stotra. So, Panchatishodhyaya Shukavacha Gopyaha, the Gopikas, Krishnam Vane Yate. When Krishna gone to the forest, Tam Anutruta Chetasaha, their chetas were always feeling for him and running behind him only, not where their shariras are there. Then what to do? When the mind gone to Krishna, Krishna Leelaha Paragayantyaha. Their only job throughout the day is Krishna Leela Ganam. Ninyuhu Dukkena Vasanan. This is how daytimes they used to spend in that Gana and Dukkha because of Viraha. You and I also should learn this till Bhagavad Darshana happens to us. Desiring Bhagavad Darshana, we have to go on singing Bhagavad Leelas. Bhagavad Bhakti we have to keep on doing. In this way, when our Antakarana engaged in Bhagavad Bhakti, this is the only way by which our mind is pulled out from the samsara, away from the samsara. There is no other way. See this whole world, though unreal, given reality by us, though has no sukha, expected sukha by us, though jada, still we expecting it to be with us, still we are so continuously suffering. After recognizing it, when we ask a question, then how to get rid of? Even though is jada, ashashvata, and then asatya jagat, how to free from it? A question should be asked. Answer is this one. And what trick we have to understand is when the mind is projecting the world, living in the world, reveling in the world is real, and the sukha dukkha samsara also is real. Same mind when it is put in God, there is no world at all. This is the trick. But the God is not the unreal thing like the world. The Lord is reality, truth. Therefore, the Ananda in Bhagavan's Bhakti always will be permanent. But we have to do it till our minds are completely eradicated of any traces of value, importance given to the world called as vasanas or desires. This much only, if this is understood, we are highly matured as regards spiritual understanding is concerned. First, we have to keep practicing it. Now, Gopya Uchuhu, each Gopi telling the other one, they were mutually talking. Krishna is gone to grazing the cows, they are at home. So, they were at their own Vrindavanam inside Gokula. Gopya Uchuhu. What they said, 1 or 2, 3 we see, all I see, it will take lot of time. Vama Bahu Kruta Vama Kapola. Bhagavan keeping his left hand on the left cheek, that you can see such beautiful pictures. Then Valgita Bhuradhararpita Venum, keeping that Valgita Bhru, the Bhru Mukuti, just Valgita wrinkled because he is bringing his attention onto the mouth and flute to sing. Then Adhara Arpita Venum. Venu kept it to the Adhara. Komala Angulubihi Ashrita Margam. With the Komala fingers, those holes of the flute he is managing. Gopya Irayati Yatra Mukundaha. And in the topmost hole, when he is blowing the air to sing that Venuganam. What is happening is the Venuganam. Its effect is Vyomayana Vanitaha Sahasiddhai. All the Siddha Purushas ke saath, the Vanitas who are going in the Vyoma, in the Akasha, in the without the aeroplane, Vismitaha Tadupadharya. Seeing or listening to that sound, they were so much in that shyness, etc. Kama Margana Samarpita Chittaha. Even their minds also were looted towards Bhagavan Krishna. Kashmalam Yayuhu Apasmruta Nivyaha. They were lost sight of awareness of themselves also. So this is how even the Akasha Marga Vanitadi also were mesmerized by singing of flute of Bhagavan. Then Hanta, in fact, Abalaha Chitram Shrunutaidam. See this surprise. Harahasa. Lord, when he has got Hara in the neck and also Hasa, or his Hasa itself is like Hara. When he smiles, the teeth are like the pearls. Hara Hasaha Urasi Sthita Vidyuto. When he has got the Vidyut Kanti of that Srivatsa in the heart, Nandasunuhu, who is Krishna, I am Artha Jananam Narmadaha. Narma means Anandam. Narmadaha, giver of Ananda. Here he Kujita Venuho. When he sings that Venugana, what happens? Brundashaha. Jundu mein. Groups mein. Vraja Vrusha Mruga Gavaha. All the Vrusha, the bile, the bulls, Mrugaha, deers, Gavaha, cows, Venuadya Hruta Chetasaha. Their hearts are looted by listening to the Venuvadana of God. Arat means instantaneously. Dantadashta Kabalaha. Drudakarnaha. They turned their ears toward the sound, and half of the grass, when they were eating, grazing, they become stunned, like Nidritaha, as if sleeping, or Likita Chitramiva, like a not Chalana Chitra, the stars, that Chaya Chitra, like a picture, they become standstill. So Gana Sunte ही turn their attention there, they enter into meditation, and the eating of grass is left halfway. वो मुंह में लटक रहा है वो घास वगैरह, वो अंदर ले नहीं रहे, चबा नहीं रहे. So that much is mesmerizing Bhagavan Krishna's flute, not only for the Vanitas there's up above, even all the Pashu Pakshi. Then Barihinaha Stavaka Dhatu Palashaihi, with the peacock's feathers, and Stavaka, the other flowers, Dhatu Palasha, with variety of Gairika Dhatus, means colors that are available amidst those mountains. Baddhamallaha Pariharha Vidambana, when he makes a Vidamba of a Veshabhusha, like a Mallayodha, Karehechit Sabala, along with Balaramji, Ali means another Gopika, Sa Gopaihi, with along with boys, Gaha Samahoyati, when he calls the cows, Yatra Mukundaha, Bhagavan Krishna, what happens at that time? Tarihi Bhagna Gatayaha Saritahavai. The river smoothly flowing, suddenly they get choked or disturbed. Ki some beautiful song is coming. The Lord is singing or calling. Tat Padambuja Saroja Nilani. They as if become stand still, expecting that the Vayu will bring the dust of the feet of Lord Krishna. Tat Padambuja Rajaha Anilanitam Spruhayatihi. Waiting for the dust of the feet of the Lord. But Vayam Iva Abahu Punya, but then very rarely they get it. They are also unfortunate like us only. That don't get the Charana Pankaja, Charana Dhuli of Bhagavan. They wait for it. They cannot come here, and they are asking the Vayu to bring the dust. Vayu is not bringing. Then Prema Bemita Bujaha, Stimita Apaha. The waters, as it becomes standstill, and with the bhujaha, the hands of waves, they start waving to the dust or to the winds or to Krishna, please send your pada dhuli. So that means what? The rivers are responding. The what I said earlier, the Vanitas are responding. The Pashus are responding to Bhagavan Krishna's Venu Ganam. It's so divine it is. It is Chaitanya Yukta, and in that he is expressing his blessings and love to entire Charachara Sthavara Jangama Jada Chaitanya Srishti. This is exactly like what we studied in the morning at length in Telugu, Vishnu Sahasranama class. So much explanation, description today we have seen as to how the entire universe is in Lord, permeated by Lord. All those shlokas. ऋषे पितरो देवा महाभूतानि दातवः जगन्नारायणोद्भवं योगो ज्ञानं तथा सांख्यम इंद्रियाणि मनोबुद्धि सत्त्वं तेज. And then all that Vyasa Chandra Arka Nakshatra, it is an excellent thing. Now, thereafter, Vanalatastarava Atmani Anucharai Samanuvarnita Viryaha. When his Anuchara singing his greatness. Adi Purushaiva Achala Bhutihi, like Bhagavan Vishnu's Vibhutis are sung by these Parshadas. In that same way, Vanacharaha, the Lord Krishna who enjoys moving in the Vana, Giritadeshu Charantihi, while moving around that mountain, Vedun Ahvayati Gasayadahi, when he through flute singing invites the cows, etc. The time of our going has come in that way. Vanalataha Taravaha, all the Vanalatas and Tarus, trees and creepers of the forest, Atmani Vishnum Vyanjayantya Iva Pushpa Phaladhyaha. It feeling that Bhagavan Vishnu only is inviting them, he Vyanjayantya Iva Pushpa Phaladhyaha Pranata Bharaha Vitapa Madhudharaha Prema Hrushta Tanavaha Sasrujuhusma. All the trees of flowers and fruits bend down as if doing pranam to Bhagavan Vishnu only in the form of this Krishna. So even the Taru, Lata also were responding to Bhagavan Krishna's Venu Ganam. Then Darshaniya Tilakaha, Lord having a beautiful tilaka made by his mother. Vanamala, having Vanamala, Divya Gandha Tulasi Madhumattaihi. Divya Gandha hai in Vanamala mein, we got Tulsi, Madhu, Malati, all these are there in that Vanamala. Alikulaihi Alagu Geetham Abhishtam. So he is singing in response to the song of the Brahmaras, which are singing by moving around him because of the fragrance of flowers. He is wearing a mala with which Adriyan here is Sandhita Venuhu. When he is doing the Venu Sandhana Marganam, at that time what's happening? Sarasi, in the river Yamuna, Sarasahamsa Vihangaha, the beautiful Pakshis of Sarasahamsa Vihangaha, Charu Geeta Hurta Chetasaha. Their Chetas was Haruta, looted by the Charu, the Sundara Geeta of Krishna Etya. Leaving that cool waters, they come near Krishna and do what? Harim Upasate Te Yata Chittaha. With all the Chitta Niyantrana, Chitta Vritti Nirodha, like Maha yogis, they sit in meditation and start doing the Upasana Bhagavan. Hanta Milita Drushaha Dhruta Maunaha. Dhruta Mauna is the sannyasis or yogis who keep the vow of Mauna with the closed eyes. They meditate on Bhagavan. So all these Hamsasarasa Pakshis come near Krishna, sit, close eyes, like a Rishi Muni, they enter into meditation. So the Pakshi, the Vanaspati, the Nadi, the Bhrungadi, all these Gaya Ityadi, every one of them were responding to Bhagavan Krishna's songs. Even the Devata Gana up above. In the same way, Sahabalaha, along with Balrama, Srag Avatamsa Vilasaha, with his beautiful Vilasa Hasa, with the great Vanamalas, Sanushu, near the Sanu, the peaks of the mountain that Govardhan around, Kshitibhrutaha, Vrajadevyaha. So this Bhagavan Krishna Harshayan Vraja Devyaha Harshayan Kshitibhrutaha. So when he is doing the Harsha to the Vraja strees, Harshayan Hari Venu Ravena. With Harsha, when he is doing Venu Rava, Jatara Harsha Uparambhati Vishwam. The entire Vishwam also is Jata Harshaha, feels that happiness, Uparambhati enjoys it. Whole world, that's what they talk. Then at that time, ऊपर ये मेघमाला है ना, महद अतिक्रमण शंकित चेता. If you do big garjana, it is an insult to Lord Krishna and his flute playing. Thinking like that, mandam mandam anugarjati megha. The cloud also does garjana very slow, not disturbing Sri Krishna Bhagavan's Venugana. And Suhridam, Krishna also like his own color, therefore friend. Abhyavarshatu, he gives that small little drops of rain, Sumanobihi, which are like the flowers only. And also Chayayacha Vidathat Pratapatram, that Megha becomes like a umbrella for Bhagavan Krishna. So even Meghamala also is responding. Then Vividha Gopa Charaneshu Vidagdhaha. Venuvadya Urudha Nija Shikshaha. So, with all the cows and cowherd boys, he is moving Venuvadya Karte Ve Urudha Nija Shikshaha. Who taught him the play of flute? Nobody. Nija Shiksha. खुद ही उन्होंने सारा बनाया वेणु को, फिर खुद ही राग आदि को क्रिएट किया, आलापन सीखना. सच कृष्णा तव सुतः. So here a gopi is talking to Yashoda Mata. Yada adharabimbe, in his own lips, datta venu, giving the flute, anayat swarajati, in different swara. When he plays it, what sa vanashastat upadharya sureshaha. Even the devatas are pavo, listening to this sound. Who are they? Shakra is Indra, Sharva is Shiva, then Parameshti, Brahmadeva, Purogaha, etc. Kavayaha, such a great jnanis, they are Anata Kandhara Chittaha, still with the bent head. Ashmalam Yayohu, they feel disappointed because Anishtita Tattvaha. The Krishna Bhagavan के जो मधुर वेणुगान का पारमार्थिक तत्व को साक्षात कृष्ण को भी अपने बुद्धियों से नहीं समझते हुए, even they are kavis, they just in that shyness they bend the head. Means in that ganam Paramatma expressing such great Paratattva which is Brahmendra, even these also are not able to conceive of. In the same way, Nija Padabja Dalaihi, with his own Padabja Dala lotus feet, which have got Vajra, Neeraja, Ankusha, Vichitra, Lalama. You know the Vajra, Ankusha, Padma, these are all there as chihnas to Bhagavan Krishna's Charana. With that, when Vrajabuha, walking in the Vrajabhumi, Shamayan Kurata Udam, the pain caused to the earth by the movement of cows, etc., are made softer by Krishna's movement. There, Varshmadhurya Gatihi, in a beautiful like an elephant walking, he did the Venu. When Bhagavan Krishna sings the flute, then Vrajati Tena Vayam Savilasa Vikshana Arpita Manobhava Vegaha. So, our mana is fully attracted towards him. Then Kujagatim Gamita Navidamaha Kashmalena Kavaram Vasanam. We also go into that intoxicating meditation that we don't know where do we stand, not aware of our own deha. No, these are all the things deeply when we feel with our devotion to Krishna and take Krishna Rupa and feel that Krishna Venugana in our Hridaya. I think it can be one of the beautiful dhyana. Bhagavan Krishna's Venugana or Shankadvani of Mahavishnu, they are all beautiful mark for the meditation where from the Anekata of the Chitta, you can bring the Chitta to Ekagra Bhumi, like that. Then Manidharaha, having the Manimala, Kvachit Aganayan Gaha, when he is counting the cows, every one of them comes not Malaya, Daita Gandha Tulasya, with a Tulasi Mala in the neck, which is liked so much. Pranayinaha Anucharasya Kadamse, with his love on his Anuchara, Hamsa on the shoulder, Prakshipan Bhujam Agayata Yatra, putting that hand, when he is singing that flute. Okay? हाँ. So he is माला है, काउंट कर रहे हैं गाय को, या माला गले में है, मणिधर, पुटिंग द हैंड ऑन इट, वन हैंड, लेफ्ट हैंड उसके कंधे पे लगाया, गिन भी रहा है गाय को, गाना भी गा रहा है. दट प्रक्षिपन भुजम गाय तत् टाइम क्वणित वेणुरव वंचित चित्ता. That Venurava se vanchita chittavale who Krishnam anvasata Krishna Gruhinyaha. Krishna Mruga is the deer. The female deers, all of them come there. Guna Ganarnam Anugatya Harinyaha Gopika Iva Vimukta Gruhasha. They listening to that glorious music. They like we the Gopikas after singing to Krishna, listening to his Gana, how we become Vimukta Gruhashaha. No more attachment to the houses. Vairagya. Because this is most beautiful. Even that Krishna Gruhinya also, they lost their Gruha Asha like us. Stand still like meditation. They are listening to Bhagavan's flute. So in general, the Pashus were told, here Vishesh Rupse, Krishna Mruga and its Krishna Mruga Gruhini. About that it is said. Then Kunda Dama Kruta Kautuka Veshaha. With the Kunda flowers, when Bhagavan is beautifully made, Gopa Godhana Vrataha, with Gopas and cows. Yamunayam, when he goes to Yamuna Nadi, Nanda Sunuhu Anage Tavavatsa, again to Yashoda, they are addressing your son, the Nanda Putra, Narmadaha, with his giving happiness to all. Pranainam Vijaharaha. He was doing the Pranaya Vihara, removing the dukkha of his co-friend. So, at that time, Mandavayu Upavati Anukulam. Very Anukula Mandavayu flows. Manayan, respecting Krishna, Malayaja Sparshena, touching the cool mountains and bringing that cool air. Vandinatam Upadeva Ganaye. All the Upadevas, the Mukhya Devas were told, Brahma, Indra, Adi. Even the Upadeva Gana also come and do Vandana to him. Ye Vadya Gita Balibihi Parivaguru. They bring their own Murtyavadya Gita along with Krishna. They also join. So they're all very subtle things. Then the Gopikas feel, even Devatas come. Then Vatsalaha, Braja Gavam Yad Agadraha, Vandyamana Charanapati Vruddhaihi. After the day is over, when he is coming back, even the big elders also of Gokula doing pranam to him. Vruddha log bhi patihi Vandyamana Charanaha. He is saluted by even the elders because by now they know that he is Lord himself. Then Krishna Godhana Mupokya Dinante, at the end of the day, with all the Godhana, Geeta Venuhu, singing the Venugana, Edita Kirtihi, being praised by others. When he is coming back to the Gokula, Utsavam, Shamaruchapi, with all the tiredness, he is there. Still, he is in such a celebrating mood all the time. Drushinam Unnayan Kurarajas Churitas Raku. On his body is filled with the dust of the cows, and the cow चलते हैं तो धूल मिट्टी ना वो पूरा गिरने के बावजूद भी थके हुए भी he ditsaya eti surd ashisheshaha. Still, he gives such a festive, beautiful look with which he gives happiness to everyone whoever are looking at him, including ourselves. Devaki Jatra Bhurudu Rajaha. Devaki ke putra ye Chandrama ke saman. So by now they know he is not Yashoda Putra, is Devaki Putra. Then Mada Vigurnita Lochana Ishan. Manada Suhudam Vanamali. Badara Pandu Vadanaha Mrudu Gandam Mandayan Kanaka Kundala Lakshmya. So with that intoxicating, loving looks, with wonderful earrings, etc., that Vanamali in this whitish color, with that all the decoration. Yadupatihi Viradaraja Vihara Yamani Pativa Esha Dinante. Like the Chandrama ke sana, Sam ke samay, Udita Vaktraha Upayati Durantam. Mochayan Rajagavam Dinata. In that way, Purna Chandra Samana Anana ke saath, evening when he comes back, he removes the tapam of all the Vraja, Bhumis, everybody coming back from is a day's outing into the forests. So this is Gopika Yugala Geetam Venu Geetam. In this Venugana, Mahima of Krishna is being beautifully sung. We just saw the literal meaning. If we have that ability of concentration to meditate on these leelas, who knows if our devotion is worthy, Bhagavan Krishna may give us that ananda of Venugana and even darshanam and sparshanam. May we all have that type of joy. Iti. In this way, Sri Shukji says, Evam Rajastriya E Rajan Krishna Leela Anugayatihi, singing Krishna Leelas continuously. Remire Ahasu. Daytime they used to be reveling in Krishna Gana. Tachittaha Tanmanaskaha Mahaudaya. The highly devoted Gopikas, whose chitta and mana always is in Krishna in this way, used to spend the daytime in reveling in glorious Krishna. So all of them at one place, Shukdev ji told, तो इनमें से इतने कथाएं एक एक दिन एक एक होता है. Not everything on one day. It is not like a 3 hours movie where entire 60-50 years of the life of those people they have to show. And all that cut paste कर करके बस दे दिखाते हैं, हम देखते हैं, हमको लगता है रियली पूरा 50 साल का हमने 3 घंटे में देख लिया. In that way, same like a movie, Shukadev ji told, but what you have to understand, we have to understand is all that is not in one day. एक दिन one leela, 2 leelas, 3 leelas. In this way, Krishna used to do and they used to sing that way and enjoy. This is a beautiful Gopika Yugada Geetam. Thank you. Now let us do our 12th skandha today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Suta Sharanam Mama, Sri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Narada Sharanam Mama, Sri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Sri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Sri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Sri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nata Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nata Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nata Narayana Vasudeva. Omukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrupatamaham vande paramananda madhavam sarge satye cha kailase vaikunte nasti ayam rasaha atapibantu sadbhagyaha vama munchata karhijudo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sarge Satyeja Kairase Vaikunte Nastayam Rasa Atapibantu Sadbhagya Mama Munchita Karejada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Friends, saluting all the Rishimuni Guru Devatas, Bhagavatacharyas, all avatars, all bhaktas of Bhagavatam, Shruti Mata, and also Parabrahma Paramatma and our own gurus. In this Bhagavata Adhyanam, which we are doing from around 800-900 days, starting from the Mahatmyam, which itself we did for more than 1 month. Then one skanda we went on seeing. Maximum time is spent for 10th and 11th. 11th skanda to consumed more than 500 days beautifully. We could save ourselves from corona by reveling in our Shastra Shravanam. Great. Concluded that 11th skandha, 12th the last one. The theme is Ashraya. Are we finding our Ashraya in Lord? And relaxing in both ways. One, relaxing because no more we are depending on the untrustworthy world for Ashraya. That is one relax. Second is, the only trustworthy is Lord. When we are Ashrita on Him, if He is our Ashraya, He will never ditch us or cheat us. For He has all the capacities, abilities to support us, for He has got all the love also for us. The world has neither capacities nor love to fulfill our trust. Therefore, helplessly they will cheat us, they are not trustworthy. So, when we take that way, the ashraya of Bhagavan, in both ways we can relax. Are we experiencing it day by day? I am devoted to my Lord is taking care of my vyavahara and sadhana. Now I am no worries. Is it not? No worries, because he is sure. He has all powers, he has all love for me. So definitely he will make me negotiate through my outer life. Slowly he will turn my attention towards himself. He only will do. And he himself will equip myself with all the required ability qualification. And he only will give me his darshan and anubhuti. In this faith, are we relaxing? Doing whatever is to be done duly as dharma outside, as sadhana. करना तो पड़ेगा साधना. बिना कुछ किए तो मन फिर शैतान बनता है. Like we are doing, why these classes we are doing? Just to protect our mind from indulging in the world. Other than this, it is His kripa. When will He give us the bhakti and jnanam? When will He reveal His darshana to us? We are not worried. In this way, are we finding the ashraya in Lord, both for bhakti as well as mukti? If really we studied the 11 skandhas, this should happen. So this 12th skandha, ashraya skandha, so excellent it is. The theme is so beautiful. And slowly, steadily, for the entire universe, the ashraya is the Lord in general. Particular to every being, He is the ashraya. More particularly for you and me, even in more particular to me. Let us discover that in through this study of entire Bhagavatam and 12th Skandha. Here, the first one we saw the Kali Yuga Raja's description. Second chapter we are seeing Kali Yuga Lakshanas, Dharmas are exhaustively told. And when seeing the Kali Yuga completing its influence of destroying the entire human minds and all, kings themselves becoming like dacoits, we saw Bhagavan Vishnu himself coming as the Bhagavan Kalki. Now he on that horse with the sword finishes all the gundas in the form of kings or rulers, and thus with his presence he blesses the praja for their own shanti and sattva guna, and from then onwards they getting the Shuddha Sattva Guna praja becomes a beginning or nandi. It is called for the Kruta Yuga. Again starts. All this was said, which is said 5000 years from now back. You and I we are studying. अब से और आगे कितना कितना आगे कल की भगवान आएंगे we don't know. But all this Bhagavan Shukadev ji has touched. So in this Sukadev's this explanation, if he has touched the future up to Kalki Bhagavan's arrival, he has definitely touched this period also, in which you and I are there between the Shuka Parikshit Samvada and Kalki Avatar. So when he was enumerating about the different kings of dacoit type, all that when he is saying, it is our periods only in every of the country, how the kings are there. I know very few desha where the praja are taken care of by the Raja, and they are Raja only for praja toshanam. Many of them are shoshanam only. और भी बिगड़ता जाएगा शायद. Yet you and I always have the way to escape through our adhyatmika sadhana. For that only same Bhagavan, though Kali is a very bad yuga, sends the gurus, makes the shastras available for those who are inclined, matured, lucky, to go through that and then protect themselves from the Kali Prabhava. Maybe we are in that category. Why should we underestimate ourselves? We cannot overestimate also that we may become Brahmagyan immediately. But at least Bhagavan is giving us chance. I think we are taking. Let us take this choice or chance more seriously and sincerely. Of studying Shastra through that, not allowing the outer Kali to enter into our hearts. Wherever Krishna is there, there is no Kali. That's what said. जब तक भगवान कृष्ण का चरण भूमि पे था, Kali never dared to occupy Prithvi. The moment Krishna went, Kali came. So too, our Hridaya Bhumi If we keep it filled with Lord Krishna through all the Shastra and Sadhana, we inside us the Kali will not enter, even though it is outside. So, having described all that one, after that Kalki Avatara, back to again. Little bit he says, from your Janma up to the Nanda Raja, it will be around 1115 years. Kali will be ruling it. Then at that time, till that time, the Saptarishi Mandala have that Maha Nakshatra in between. From the Nanda Raja onwards, the further time, the Kali will be more terrible. It is said to be 1000 or 4000 Devata years. Up to that, the Kali continues. Then, as we mentioned, the Kaliki Avatara, it will come at that time. And that Kalki Avatara will come when Surya, Chandra, Brihaspati are in Nakshatra, one Rashi, and all that was astronomically, astrologically also was explained. Now, last 10 12 slokas, as we were saying again and again, have a very important topic to convey. Ki, for the maintenance of this Deha Sukha, and also to, and for the sake of this, trying to own the earth as kings. What papa the people have not done. And what they have left behind is only some name and kirti of them, good or bad, for the history, for the later on people to study and learn. But by themselves, they have wasted their life by not pursuing the spiritual path. These 7 8 slokas of the last portion of second chapter and the first 15 slokas of third chapter are the running matter of same theme. And in that next, we will see Bhumata Geetham. Bhumi Geetham it is called. Mata Bhumi only sings the song of laughter of all the kings who came to occupy her, who came to, what do you say, become rulers of her, finally entered into her only. मुझे काम करने के लिए आए और मेरे अंदर समा गए. Having said all that, Raja Parikshit ji ko Shukdev ji tells some powerful words. Hey Rajan, all whatever I told you the stories, it is only to bring bhakti jnana vairagya. More than that, none of the stories, even of big avatars also, are not worthy at all if they are not bringing bhakti jnana vairagya. भगवान में मेंशन करते हैं, he brings even Rama Katha, Krishna Katha also, saying that even they also went away. Along with all the names of other kings, इनके भी नाम बताते शुकदेव जी. They have come because they are avatara, okay, they are not samsari and all, but they also have gone, no. Is it not? Therefore, coming, staying, going is not important. And also, while staying, it is not for the artha kama, we run behind the world. This opportunity of human, you have to use only for vairagya and bhakti and jnana and mukti. So this is called ashraya skandha. This is the meaning for which this skandha is called ashraya. Such a huge lecture of 18,000 shlokas he gives and says it has no meaning and purpose at all. That's it. That topic will come in the next chapter. Then Yuga Gunas will be told. Then how to come out of the Kali when Parikshit ji asks Bhagavan with whatever he started, Shukadeva ji, the entire Bhagavatam in the chapter Skandha, second or first Skandha, same he concludes with the other than Bhagavan's Nama Sankirtanam, no way to come out of the Kali's influence. So these are the topics we are going to see. Now let us chant from this shloka, number 35 onwards, okay, or 34 onwards. Second chapter 34 to third chapter 15 we will chant. जितना हम देख सके उतना देखेंगे. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम द्वादश स्कंदः. ओम आभासश्च निरोधश्च यतश्चाध्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परं ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दते। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच यस्मिन् कृष्णो दिवं यातः तस्मिन्नेव तदाहनि प्रतिपन्नं कलियुगम् इति प्राहुः पुराविदः। दिव्याब्दानां सहस्रान्ते चतुर्थे तु पुनः कृतं भविष्यति तदा नॄणां मन आत्मप्रकाशकम् इति एषः मानवः वंशः यथा संख्यायते भुवि तथा विशूद्रविप्राणां तास्ताग्नेया युगे युगे। एतेषां नामलिङ्गानां पुरुषाणां महात्मनां कथामात्रावशिष्टानां कीर्तिरेव स्थिता भुवि। देवापि शन्तनोर्भ्राता मरुश्चेक्ष्वाकुवंशजः कलापग्राम आसाते महायोगबलान्वितौ ताविहैत्यकलेरन्ते वासुदेवानुशिक्षितौ वर्णाश्रमयुतं धर्मं पूर्ववत् प्रथयिष्यतः कृतं त्रेता द्वापरं च कनिष्येति चतुर्युगम् अनेन क्रमयोगेन भुवि प्राणिषु वर्तते। राजन्नेते मया प्रोक्ता नरदेवास्तथा परे भूमौ मम त्वं कृत्वान्ते हि त्वेमां निधनं गताः कृमिविड्भस्म संज्ञां ते राजनाम्नोऽपि यस्य च भूतधृक् तत्कृते स्वार्थं किं वेद निरयो यतः कथं सेयमखण्डाभोः पूर्वैर्मे पुरुषैर्धृता मत्पुत्रस्य च पौत्रस्य मत्पूर्वावंशजस्य वा तेजोवर्णमयं कायं गृहीत्वात्मतया बुधाः महीं ममतया चोभौ हित्वान्ते दर्शनं गताः। ये ये भूपतयो राजन् भुञ्जते भुवमोजसा कालेन ते कृताः सर्वे कथामात्राः कथासु च। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं द्वादशस्कन्धः अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच दृष्ट्वात्मनिजये व्यग्रान् नृपान् हसति भूरियम् अहो मां विजिगीषन्ति मृत्योः क्रीडनकाः नृपाः काम एष नरेन्द्राणां मोघः स्यात् विदुषाममे येन फेनोपमे पिण्डे येति विश्रम्भिता नृपाः पूर्वं निर्जित्य षड्वर्गं जेष्यामो राजमन्त्रिणः ततः सचिवपौराप्त करीन्द्रानस्य कण्टकान् एवं क्रमेण जेष्यामः पृथ्वीं सागरमेखलाम् इत्याशाबद्धहृदयाः न पश्यन्त्यन्तिकेन्तकं समुद्रावरणान् जित्वा मां विशन्त्यब्धिमोजसा यदात्मजयस्यैतत् मुक्तिरात्मजये फलं यां विसृज्यैव मनवः तत्सुताश्च कुरुद्वः गता यथा गतं युद्धे तां मां जेष्यन्ति अबुद्धयः मत्कृते पितृपुत्राणां भ्रातॄणां चापि विग्रहः जायते हि असतां राज्ये ममताबद्धचेतसां ममैवेयं महीकृत्स्ना न ते मूढेति वादिनः स्पर्धमानामिथो घ्नन्ति म्रियन्ते मत्कृते नृपाः पृथुः पुरूरवागाधिः नहुषो भरतोऽर्जुनः मान्धाता सगरो रामः खट्वाङ्गो धुन्धुहारगुः तृणबिन्दुर्ययातिश्च शर्यातिः शन्तनुर्गयः भगीरथः कुवलयाश्वः ककुत्स्थो नैषधो नृगः हिरण्यकशिपुर्वृत्रः रावणो लोकरावणः नमुचिः शम्बरो भौमः हिरण्याक्षोऽथ तारकः अन्ये च बहवो दैत्याः राजानो ये महेश्वराः सर्वे सर्वविदः शूराः सर्वे सर्वजितो अजिताः ममतां मय्यवर्तन्त कृत्वोच्चैर्मर्त्यधर्मिणः कथावशेषाः कालेन यकृतार्थाः कृता विभो कथा इमास्ते कथिता महीयसां विताय लोकेषु यश परेयुषां विज्ञान वैराग्य विवक्षया विभो वचो विभूतिर्न तु पारमार्थ्यं यस्तोत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवादः संगीयते भीक्ष्णम् अमङ्गलघ्नः तमेव नित्यं शृणुयादभीक्ष्णं कृष्णे मलां भक्तिम् अभीप्समानः. वाह, ब्यूटीफुल इट इज. इट्स ओनली हैज टू बी फेल्ट. एक बार सुनाए, सुनकर उसका निरंतर भावना करके हमको ना पूरे जगत से इतना वैराग होना चाहिए कि पीछे मुड़कर भी नहीं देख रहे, आंख खोलकर भी नहीं देख रहे, बट क्या कर रहे हैं, बस आंख बंद करके हृदय में भगवान का ही चिंतन ध्यान. Shukadeva ji, after having told so many skandhas, Charitra of the Rajas, Yuga, all of them, is have Natu Paramartha, Natu Paramartha, he says. Vijnana Vairagya Vivaksha, to give you Vairagya Bhakti Jnana, I spoke to you all that. Otherwise, koi matlab hi nahi. In the same way, in our own lifespan from birth to death, how many things we have done. Every time, so much with arrogance, ego, you're all prestigious, selfishness. कितने हमसे क्या लड़ाया झगड़ाएं की, कहाँ है सारे? Is it not? Again, even now also, these are all meaningless. If you give meaning, they appear to be meaningful. And they make our life meaningless. Such an important topic it is. Means in short, these are all temporary, these are all perishable. This in the Kala, oh, Yuga. How many karodo bar Sri Rama avatar, Krishna avatars must have come and gone. It will go on happening. Question is what we are doing with our life. $1 million question. Is it not important? Then what to do? Leave everything, take Lord as an Ashraya. Take Lord only as the goal. So with his Ashraya, reach him by doing sadhana, indicated by him through all the scriptures and gurus. This much. पूरा भागवत आदि शास्त्रों के अध्ययन का पर्पस क्या होना चाहिए? परमात्मा को ही पाने के उद्देश्य से आध्यात्मिक साधना में 100% रहना. No other thing is to be valued. Keep on reducing the burdens, the desires, the duties, the obligations. Redeem the mind of all this nonsense and only revel in that bhakti jnana vairagya. Let us see. So we have seen up to the 32, even little more. Let us see shloka by shloka. The second chapter, 33 shloka. क्या है कि 31 में what they said, यदा देवर्षय सप्त मघासु विचरन्ति. Then Sapta Rishis with Magha Nakshatra in between they are Tada Pravruta Kalihi. That movement onward Kali starts, goes on for 1200 years. It is all divine years. After that what happens? From Magabhya Yasyanti Purvashadam. From the Magha Nakshatra to Purvashada, the movement of Saptarshi Mandala happens. So that time in the Bhumi, Raja will be the Nanda. From that, the Kali becomes more terrible. How long it goes on? Then before that, Yasmin Krishno Divam Yatha Tasmin Neva Tadahani Pratipannam Kaliyuga. Already said 2-3 times, moment Krishna left this Bhumi, Kaliyuga came onto the earth. Now, Divya Abdhanam Sahasrante. Abdha is year, Sahasra 1000, Divya divine. Divine 1000 years. In that, the fourth Yuga also, when it completes, the Kali, Punah Krutam Bhavishyati. Then the Kruta Yuga comes. Tada, that time, Nunam Manaha, the hearts of the human beings are Atma Prakashakam, are qualified for having the Atma Jnana conspicuously, easily, effortlessly. Not like we are in the peak of Kali Yuga, कि हजार क्लास, सुनने वालों को छोड़ो, बोलने वाले कोई समझ. I know you must be enjoying so much. हमको इतना पढ़ा वाला, स्वामी जी को कुछ नहीं आता, तो हमको कैसा आएगा? यू मस्ट बी एंजॉयिंग टेकिंग माई एग्जाम्पल. दैट इज व्हाट इज कली योगा. द मन बुद्धि आर सो ग्रॉस, सो थिक वंस, कि उसमें ये जो घुसना चाहिए घुसता ही नहीं, जो भक्ति ज्ञान विवेक वैराग. Still we take all this so lightly, and the world, and body itself, birth, death, they are so seriously concerned or worried. But when the Kritayuga comes, all the minds are Atma Prakashakam. Easily they are understand and revel in Atma Jnanam. Okay? Then iti eshaha manavaha vamshaha. This is how in this eighth Manvantara, seventh Manvantara, the Vaivasta Manu, the Lord Surya's son, of him I gave you the whole Manvantara story. Iti esha manavava vamsha, Manu vamsha. Okay, yatha sankhyaayate bhavi. How it happened in the Bholoka, I told you, as I told you, Manu Vamsha, that is Raja, is a Kshatriya. Tatha, in the same way, with Shudra Vipranam, Taha Taha Gneya Yuge Yuge. In the same way, in all the Yugas, in one Manvantara, not only the Kshatriyas, the one Vamsha, I have told you, Brahmanon ka Vaishya Shudra ka bhi hota hai. Just keep it in your mind. What is keeping in the mind? If you ask me to tell, it will be another Bhagavatam. First, you don't have time because 7 दिन सांप आएगा, अलग हो गया 7 दिन. Secondly, those stories also like these stories only. So from these stories, what you have to learn is the same you have to learn from them also. Therefore, the stories are not important. Learning is important. Learn from this. What is to be learned is the entire topic now. This and next chapter. What is it? He says, Etesham, of all these Surya and Chandra Vamsha Rajas, from Vaivasta Manu, all of them, Namalinganam, who have left the linga or chihna, only that of name, Purushanam, Mahatmanam, when they were on the earth, they are with great Purushartha ability, did so many things that they were considered as Mahatmas only. But right now, what is their position? कथा मात्र अवशिष्टान. उनके कथाएं मात्र रह गए हैं. कीर्तिरेव स्थिता भुवि. Their kirti alone is there in the bhuvi. It can be sukirti or dushkirti. If those kings are of good fame, sukirti. Not so dushkirti. But चले तो गए कि उसके बाद whatever you consider, they left lot of legacy behind for the people to carry on or all that. कुछ भी उन्होंने क्या ले गया वो मेन है. They have just left their name, some their name, kirti. Historians, history books में है वो सारे. Even we also become history tomorrow with whatever the great things we do outside. Na? But what goes with us is what we have done with ourselves, within ourselves. हमको ना हम क्या ले जा रहे उस पर दृष्टि रखनी है. हम क्या छोड़ जा रहे वो थोड़ा बाद में होगा. Instead of leaving the bad fame, it is good to leave good fame outside by doing all great charitable works of dharma ityad. But that's not sufficient for you. You have to evolve spiritually. Therefore, after living a good life of ruling the kingdom or doing whatever professions you do for a certain period, in fact, while doing that itself, you have to take up spirituality. And a certain age when it comes, take only spirituality as important. All other you have to give it to your successors. You grow spiritually. There are some great kings. They, while they are there, they give it to the next generation. Some Mathadishwara also are there. Mathadipati, very good they are. They give their kingdom or the thing to their disciples and then they relax. Few are there, very rare, but they are there. Some of them appoint and train, don't give them. They, after going, then they will take over immediately without any hassles. That is how the parampara of the Rishi, Pitha, all that continues. Some of them, while they are alive only, they make them. And they take them with them and they train and all. You know, all of that, what's finally to be considered is how much we have traveled inside ourselves towards ourselves, real self. Like we are seeing in our Taittiriya Upanishad, how wonderful. Today we have crossed Annamaya. थोड़ा सा और है कल हो गया फिर प्राण मानो. I'm sure in a month's time you are crossing Anandamaya Kosha and entering into Brahma Anubhava. Or you like Ananda and stay there only. Nidra. So, तथा मात्रा अवशिष्ट नामलिंग कीर्तिरेव स्थिता भवे. See that Vivek and Vairagya. Here Shukadev ji is giving. See, really people die for name and sake. That is good, namesake. But then even that name is left behind. It doesn't go with you. What goes with you is what you have carried with your spiritual sadhana. And you will be surprised to know ki the great people who have ruled the country in big way, the positive or negative, outside, inside whatever there were, they call inner character or spirituality, according to that they have taken births in the future lives. Some Mahayogis tell, a Samrat Chakravarti of a big kingdom, he must be a sabji becne wala after the few lives. So too, this sabji becne wala will become a king. What goes with us is what we have carried spiritually. Some of them really did nothing in the world outside as success, but inside they have done so much sadhana. In the next life, as a sadhakas, great heights they reach. Some of them became familiar in the world, served them. Many of them kept themselves unexposed outside, maintained that low profile. All the description is only to say one thing, that mind the business of spiritual evolution, not any outer achievements. You know, if you find a yogi, and yogis never reveal, I know all that. If at all possible, ask them. Last 300-400 years में जो भी राजा महाराजा प्रधानमंत्री प्रेसिडेंट सब हुए ना, many died. Ask where are they know where are they. Yogis know because they have gone beyond kala. They know, like Shukadev ji. He is an example, no? He is talking about all future kings only. And he is telling only, we have a, ये सारे राजा आए जाए मरे लेकिन कीर्ति छोड़कर गए. That's not accounted. What's accounted is your own sadhana. इसका अर्थ क्या है? सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य. इन ए लेमैन्स लैंग्वेज, दुनिया का मेहरबानी करना छोड़ो, अपना साधना पे ध्यान दो. Is it not? Enough of serving world. You take care of yourself. Like Parikshit. As a great king, he lived, killed, died. But body died because while alive only through Bhagavatam, he reached moksha. Therefore, he got mukti. For us, his story became an inspiration. If he did not get mukti, his story is inspiration to us. But he'll continue bound only in the next life. That's what I'm saying. Every one of us, in our earlier lives, some of us were great kings, big monarchs, बड़े प्रेसिडेंट गवर्नर, ये सब करके आए होंगे हम. इतना क्यों भाई इसी जिंदगी में, in your own education time, नौकरी time, were you not in that limelight for a period of, at least शादी के दिन तो घोड़े पे बिठाए. एक दिन का राजा है ना, घोड़े को लगा अरे राजा बैठ गए, भाग निकला वो दूल्हे राजे को. Were we not? No, same thing. In this one life only of ours, when we look back, our own life is an example for us. Outside, whatever have we achieved, we studied, we got ranks, got job, we did good work, we earned money. Whether it is coming with us or not, till now, but what we are inside is what you have gathered inside as spirituality only. No, कुछ नहीं किया तो कुछ नहीं है, और जितना किया उतना ही है. जिसने सब कुछ किया उसको सब कुछ है. Our own life, like my own life is an example. How many yajnas I have done, camps I have done, tours I have done, thousands of them. They're all history. Out of all those doings, how much I traveled, towards my own self inside goes with me. That I have to mind. That's what Shukadev is teaching here to you and I all. Katha then कीर्तिरेव स्थिता एंड नामलिंग. अच्छे है ना, तीन तीन बातें. कीर्ति छोड़ कर गए, उनका नाम मात्र है चिन्ह के रूप में, कथा मात्र. कुछ लोगों का नाम भी नहीं पता, कुछ लोगों का नाम पता बट ज्यादा स्टोरी ज्यादा प्रचुर नहीं. बोथ, some are very famously glorified, some are not at all known. That is depending on history historians. But what is important is what has gone with those jivas. Where are all the patriotic people who died for the nation now? Some punya might have come to them, they gone to Swarga and they'll come back onto earth. When they come to the earth, they will be put in those places where what is their heart spiritually. They say some of the spiritual political leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, he is born as Siddhaya yogi in one of the matam. They say, मेरे को क्या मैं वहां कहा तो बताए लोग. Because of his pure life lived for a long time. But that's not ultimate again realization. Hope you are catching it. By telling all the stories, he is saying that उनका बस कथा है. हम भी ऐसे कथा में एक भाग बने. हमारे साथ क्या जा रहा है वो इम्पोर्टेंट. हम क्या ले जा रहे. Only our knowledge, wisdom, vairagya, they go with us, or all what we carried the load inside of the desires, passions, and the samskara of that goes with us. So, after saying this much, now one interesting thing. Shukadevji says, Devapihi, a great person Devapi. Who is he? Shantanoho Bhrataha. The brother of Shantanu. Who is Shantanu? The father of Bhishmacharya. Bhishmacharya Pita Raja Shantanu ka brother, jinka naam hai Devapi. Then another Maruhu, one great other king belonging to Maru. His name is Maru, belonging to Ikshvaku Vamsha. This Devapi and Maru, Kalapa Grama Asate. They are staying now in a village by name Kalapa. Who are they? Maha Yoga Balanvita. They have so much of Yoga Bala, Yoga Sadhana that they could maintain their individuality without merging in Paramatma, even though they can, till even the Kali Yuga end and Kruta Yuga comes. They are even now. ये मरुत देवापि के बारे में all these yogis language में वो लोग इनके बारे में बात करते हैं. In Vedanta we talk about the avatars of पहले से हमारे पुराणों में, but these देवापीश मनु का दर्शन, all these theosophy के लोग कहते हैं ना, they have seen these and इनके शिष्य पूरे सृष्टि में अभी काम कर रहे हैं in the form of different yogis in different religions. Because every human deserves spirituality. Not that only Hindu will be realized. Hindu is also a condition only. Jiva will realize. Jiva is in different, can be in any body. Therefore, there are saints in all religions who are taught by the Maitreya Rishi and Marut and Devapi, and they are going on preaching. In those preachers, some are descending masters, some are ascending masters, some are ascended masters. Then there are all categories. Then I will not go into those subjects. Not required for us. We are smoothly traveling in our Purana Itihasa Vedanta Charcha. That is the best for us. Because the names came, I am just referring. There are some yogis or the Jnanis, Siddhas who have seen this Marut and Devapi. Maitreya Rishi अभी भी है. अभी भी है क्या? ये तो ऋषि लोग तो हमेशा रहते हैं. Now the Maitreya Rishi is the ruler for all the, is the main president of all the Rishi group of the whole world now. President or General Secretary, big post. He is the one who is guiding all the Rishis and sending them to different places to do the work of spiritual evolution for the jivas. It is not at all difficult to understand. Like Gurudev came. Some of us hooked on to him. Some Vivekananda was there. Some hooked on to him. रामकृष्ण रमण, तो क्या हो रहा है उधर? Is not the jivas guided towards spirituality by coming to the company of those saints? हो रहा है कि नहीं? That's what I'm saying. These are also amsha of the gurus, or they are guided by those gurus. Some of them, they don't know that they are doing the work of the gurus or the God. ये सब फिर अतीन्द्रिय विषय होते हैं. Like I told you today, back, which is the guru or master making us do these shastras, we don't know. Others left to ourselves, like anyone, we can also eat it, go and be in the world only. Not that we are 100% sadhakas, but दिन रात लगा के कर रहे हैं, तो कोई करा रहे हैं ना. ये तो मेरा अनुभव है. आई एम तो नॉट डूइंग, ना हम करता. सो दिस देवापि, शंतनु के भाई मरुत देक्ष्वाकंश राजा, दे आर देयर इन कलापग्राम, महायोगीस. तो योगीज जो है ना, दे कैन एक्सटेंड देयर बॉडी फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम, एंड ए लिटिल हायर योगीज, दे डोंट इवन नीड द बॉडी, एंड दे subtly do, like Puja Gurudeva. They are all with us. We don't know, but they are guiding us. There are some yogis are there of all these where they use the medium. Like Ramakrishna used a medium called Vivekananda and made him go and do the prachar. And Ramakrishna is used by his higher guru, and he is used by higher. All of them are used by Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva used by Parabrahma, Ishvara, for the work. Like in any office, the class 4 is used by the class 3, he by the 2, by 1, by the head of department, and that department is a part of total government. And it's not in that way. Same what is happening in the world happens in the higher spiritual world also. But it's gross, it is subtler. These are all for bondage, that is for moksha. So why their names came suddenly? Tau iha etya kalehe ante. From that Kalapa Grama, where they are in their hibernation silently, at the end of Kali, they come on to this place. Ante Vasudeva Anushikshitau. Vasudeva will be that time our Kalki Bhagavan. He will be guiding them as to what to do, how to do. Anushikshitau Varnasrama Yutam Dharmam Purvat Pradeshara. They are the ones who will reinstate the Varna Ashrama against Padhati on the entire Bhumandala. Marut and Deva. With they get trained by Kalki Bhagavan, they in turn train their own groups. As I now said, those groups are sent to different places. They do. Like Vyasa Bhagavan taught all the 4 Vedas, Puranam to his disciples, and they did work. So to our Shankara Bhagavan, 4 ashramas established. Same. Like Vivekananda established the ashram, same. Gurudeva has done the thing, same. Even the Western religions also, they have done that. Everywhere it's going on, no? अपने मुख्य शिष्यों को सिखाकर बाकी आके काम बढ़ाओ. So these two will come at the end of Kali, in the beginning of Krita, taught by Kalki Bhagavan to reinstate Varna Ashrama Achara systematic. अब सारा बिगड़ गया, सब शूद्र प्राय हो गए, बता दिया ना. So Varna Ashrama Yutam Dharmam Purvat Pratishataha. Then Krutam Treta Dwaparam Cha Kalishcha iti Chaturyugam. So first Kruta Yuga will come, then Treta will Dwapara, then Kali. In this way, Anena Krama Yogena, Bhuvi Pranishu Vartate. In this way, in this sequence only, the Yugas will be there in the Bhumandala, and the Jivas staying in each of the Yuga will have that type of behavior, etc. Okay? Then as I spoke to you, this Rajan Ete Maya Proktaha Naradevaha Tata Pare. All these kings, about them I told you. Bhumau mamatvam krutva. Having done mamata on this bhumata, ante hitva imam. Ultimately, leaving even this body, forget about the bhumi, nidhanam gataha. They just died only. Then krimi vit bhasma sanyam. What is his body? Krimi vit bhasma sanya. Is it not? Krimi vit bhasma sanya. Krimi vit means excreta of the krimi. When the body after death is put in the bhumi, eaten by the krimi, and it becomes its excreta. What is you call it? Or if you burn it, it becomes bhasma. यही है दोनों इस शरीर के अंत. ऐसे शरीर पे, and with this Raja Namna, I am the king, Bhuta Drukka, to maintain that kingly pride, to propitiate the body, how many beings they have scorched or tortured or troubled. Scorched. Bhutadruk tatkrute swartham kim veda. Did you know any maturity did they have? For the sake of body which is perishable, they have done dosha to so much, or they have done so much bhutadroha to so many beings. Kim Veda? Do they know anything? Majority? Nirayoyataha. With all that nonsense done by them for the sake of maintaining their body and kinglyhood, they will only go to the Naraka. Nirayam is Naraka. In that way, now these how do they talk? I think I'll do it today. Conclude again. थोड़ा 5 मिनट कल करें तो फिर वो connection बन जाएगा. He says, Kathams, their talk is like this. What is that? Sa yam akhanda boho. Yam akhanda boho. This is such a huge arthu. Purvair mein Purushair Duta was held by my own ancestors as kings. Mat putra se, and I am enjoying it now. And to my children, to my grandchildren, and and to their grandchildren, how this earth will pass on. For that, what I should do? In this nonsense, they wasted their time. Now, how important is this thing? Very important. I'll take time to describe it more tomorrow. It all looks very good outside, but then inside, what is it fetching you spiritually? Zero. There are many business magnates, huge business. They start the companies, factories, they bring it to good position, and they think their children should take up, then their grandchildren should take up. अरे बुद्धू लोग अपना साधना कर फिर क्या? And in making that business grow or the kingdoms grow, all that of hera peri they do. And do you think it is not counted? Counted and accounted only. कटघरी में खड़े करेंगे, हमको पूछेंगे वहां साहब, सर झुकाना ही पड़ेगा हमको अगर ऐसा जीवन यहाँ जिए तो. Is it not? By saying this, Shukadev ji is giving us the reference of all fields, may all people, whoever have wanted to conquer the earth means in their own profession. Kings conquer as kings, doctors conquer as in medical profession. Everyone. हम करेंगे like every doctors think उनके बच्चों को डॉक्टर बनाए और उनके लिए हॉस्पिटल तैयार करके रखे so that they finish graduate come and they will take care of this. So too the principals and college heads, they make their children like that. The sports person want their children, politicians like that their children. सब अपना अपना किंगडम बना के अपने बच्चों को देना चाहते. अंडरस्टूड? मैंने एंजॉय किया, मेरे पूर्वजों ने एंजॉय की, मेरे बच्चे वो भी, उनको कैसे मैं पास करूं? मीन्स इन ए वेरी सबलाइम मैनर. यहाँ सुखदेव जी टोंट नहीं मार रहे बिकॉज यू विल नॉट कम टू दैट लोअर लेवल, बट इट इज लाइक दैट ओनली. How much reality you give, and none of these are ignoble works to rule the kingdom. If it is done properly, it becomes punya. But compared to spiritual sadhana, that also is waste. Therefore, whether Raja ho ya jo bhi ho, once the age of 50, 55, 60 comes, hand over it to others, take sannyas, arvana prastha and sannyas, and make your spiritual evolution also. That is the main point. Otherwise, see that language, Yam akhanda boho purvair me purushair dhruta mat putrasya cha pautrasya mat purva vamshajasya va katham sahayam. How it can be passed on to them? And tej up annamayam kayam gruhitva atmataya abhudaha, taking his body made of panchakushas as the atma, panchamahabhutas, mahim to the bhumi with mamata. Ubhaucha hitva, they will leave the earth and his body also. Ante adarshana gata, lapata huwe. Gumshuda. Same thing in Ramayana also we are going to study. Sri Ramji is telling that only, no? How Panchamahabhuto se dehadi banav se tadatmya. Then he will tell, Maya ka bata diya na. Today we are going to continue the Jnana Sadhana, and how delicately the Shruti Mata Turtaitriyam, without all these senti emotions, guiding us by explaining how the Annamaya Kosha is like a pakshi. चलो उड़ जा रहे पंछी. रात होगा बेगाना, कुछ गाना है ना? पक्षी है ये, पक्षी। ये पक्षी of Kathopanishad, where it is only eating the karma and karma phalas. It is interesting, no? अन्नमय को पक्षी, प्राणमय पक्षी, पंच पक्षी है हम। Instead of living like as a Paramatma Tattva, Panchi ki tarah hum ji rahe hain. So in that description, slowly we are taught to how transcend from gross to the subtler and subtler. Whether it's Upanishad is saying that there, whether Sahasranama is saying like that, whether Gita, if you refer it, is the same thing. In the Ramayana, same person we do, Bhagavatam. सब में हमको यही दिखा रहे हैं, ये क्या नित्य, अनित्य क्या, सत्य क्या असत्य। देखो क्या पाने का कोशिश करना, क्या पाने का नहीं कोशिश करना। अब इतना पढ़ने के बाद भी हमारा दिमाग अगर ठीक नहीं हो रहा तो और भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा हमको, फिर छोड़ना मत। छोड़ गए तो फिर अगेन लॉस्ट। When it is talked about these great kings, what to talk about you and I? Therefore, you and I become king and become vairagi नहीं, किंग बनने के वैरागी बनकर सीधा साधक बनो। That is what it is. We have few more things. Tomorrow we'll see. ये भूपतयो राजन भुंजते भुवम ओजसा. Whoever the king enjoyed the kingdom, कालेन ते कृता सर्वे कथा मात्रा कथासु. They only became part of history. None of them are remembered, remaining in the future. वो रहेंगे नहीं कोई भी। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस संहितायां द्वादश स्कंदे द्वितीयोऽध्यायः. There's a second chapter of 12th skanda. Now today I was watching one of the our Telugu cinema, some heroine, somebody very famous those days. She expired 86 years also. I mean, 2 hours back, 3 hours back, cremation was happening. I was just observing how famous she was those days. So many rewards and awards. Now died, they brought her, put on the fire, लगा दिया, oh इतना fire आया, सब निकल गए बस. Only the burning wale रह गए, everybody gone. Then she may have entertained all through her acting and all. But what she had carried with her is whatever sadhana she has done, punya papa she has. That was such a shocking thing to see her. कल हमारा भी ऐसा ही होगा. I should stop all satsang now. बैठकर अपना ध्यान लगाना पड़ेगा मुझे. And I know you are very happy. And I am not happy when you are happy. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasham Shanti Shanti. Om Bhurvas. Om Mangalamut. Neelamega Shama Krishna Nitya Jagan Mohana Krishna Bala Gopala Krishna Bhavya Mangalam Venugana Lola Krishna Vedanta Veda Krishna Navanita Chora Krishna Nitya Mangalam Bhakta Janadhara Krishna Paramadaya Varthi Krishna मुक्ति संधायक कृष्णा मूर्ति मंगलम गीतामृत दाता परम योगी श कृष्णा पात न तत्र सूर्यो बाधार्गम नारायण द्वादा नमो ब्रह्मादिने मंगला ब्रह्मलोकाय गुरुपदात् व्यासाय स्वयाजो इंद्राय बोल श्री परब्रह्म भगवान की जय, श्रुति माता की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय, बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, बोल श्री वेदव्यास शुकदेव सूतादि समस्त भागवताचार्यों की जय, भागवत अवतार की जय, भागवत भक्त परंपरा की जय, भागवत कथा की जय, आध्यात्मिक साधना की जय। बोलो भाई सब संदन की जय, सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। Oh Lord, bless all the sincere seekers and shrotas with such an introverted drishti of seeing you in the heart as the self, including the speaker. Thank you. Spend some half an hour, please, with me to study Adhyatma Ramayana.